Hi, in this video, we're going to talk about pods. So pods are professionals on demand. They are exclusive members of your team working remotely. They're the extension of your team, and hence we call them as pods. So they're available to serve accountants or SMEs, and in essence, they're extension of your team. All the working remotely, and post-pandemic, it's practical for such a setup where you've got members of staff working remotely, but exclusively for you. So they are a member of your team, and extension of your team. So over the last 20 years, I've been working with a lot of firms of accountants, and one of the issues they have continues to be an issue in the market is resourcing. Uh, However, there's also another issue is especially with accountants, they also like to have control on the work which is sent out. So we at Dot has come up with a hybrid model, which is a combination of offshoring and outsourcing. So we start off with outsourcing, but the idea is to extend that into offshoring, and hence the idea of pod came into the equation, where a lot of accountants want control on the staff and control on the work they are giving out to the members, and hence the idea of pod came about, where we hire the member on your behalf. They are exclusively part of your team, but they take instructions from you. They work exclusively for you. They fill up your timesheets. They work on your servers. So that's where the idea of pod came by, where although they're working at our premises, but they're effectively your staff member working exclusively for you. The way the pod works is that the first step is for us to understand what exactly we're expecting from a pod. So a pod can be either a bookkeeper, it could be a year-end accountant, it could be payroll specialist, or it could be a management accountant for that matter. So the first step is to identify what your requirements are. And second, we usually give clients an option to go for a pay-as-you-go option, which is we've got a certain member of staff working for you, but on a pay-as-you-go model for a period of 2 to 3 months for you to get used to that, especially if you're using Dot for the first time or using outsourcing for the first time. So that's the step two. And at the end of the trial period, then we switch that people onto your designated pod, because they've already worked for you and you've also worked with that pod. Both of you have got better understanding of each other's expectations and requirements. And then once we have done that, then we are committing to that pod for a period of 12 months. Once that is done, we have got monthly feedback sessions with your account manager, with the pod, and then there's a process of continuous improvement of that pod, where if you feel that there is an area they need improvement, we provide them training, we provide them. And effectively they are based at our offices, but they are effectively working for you. They can even fill timesheets for you. They will obviously be working on your servers, and if required, they can have your email addresses. So that's how effectively the pod will work. But it is an ongoing process of hiring, training the person, regular feedback, and if for whatever reasons, if that person doesn't work out well for you, then we will replace the pod with a new pod at our cost. So the cost of hiring, the cost of training, and the cost of placing them, and if you have to replace them, the cost of replacement will also be down to us. So you don't need to worry about any of that. Once you identify the staff member for you or the pod for you, then they work exclusively for you. So if you want to know more about pods, then connect with Dot. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.